down.
Hello, everyone!
Hey, up everybody.
Wait. There, now they can see you.
Hey, what's up everybody?
Hello! Hold on, let me fix the BGM because I forgot to change it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so, welcome to Monspiracy Episode 8. I went to the wrong screen because I was testing if OBS actually let me, if my stream deck was working again. It is. So let's head over to the collab side. Hello! Chat tab. Grab this. There we go. Now everything's working properly. There wasn't a notification for this one?
You know, I think there's something up with YouTube's notifications.
Ah. Alright, let me ping in, like, my actual server so people know about it. Thank you! Yeah, so I finished making the base design for the main team. Ah, no worries, Trax. Life is life. Life comes first.
I feel that. No, man, seriously.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, literally, this entire month, like, literally the entire month of October, I was like, I'm gonna have so many spooky Monspiracies, and then school was just like, no, you're not. All you're gonna have is pain. I'm like, can I at least have some chocolate? You can, and it's like, chocolate at the end. But yeah. So, today is gonna be a little bit different, as this is the first time that we're doing this entirely without a script.
God help us. Just kidding, we're reviewing.
I mean, you say that, but you had a headache before we even got to the actual stream.
Because there's so much. It wasn't even like, it's so funny. Like, we've both been essentially like too busy like all month.
Yeah.
And there was really nothing coming out. It was all just pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. We
all of a
finally
sudden,
get a breath of fresh air, and Bandai's just like, oh, so you're ready now? Okay.
And like yesterday, they just dropped mad stuff, and then we had that homeostasis post as well. Like all that came out at like the same time.
All
so
that
it's like,
came out at the same time. Earlier this week, like literally not even a full week ago, we get this new replacement for Digimon Profile, Digimon Journal, which this is going to be insane. Even just from the perspective of being like, one of these things is just like the others. Or all of these things is just like the others. Each of these things is just the same. Each of these things is just like the other. All of these things will be explained.
based on that alone, it's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
There's so much. And there's gonna be even more.
There's gonna be even more. Actually, something we were talking about yesterday, you know how both of us think that Ogudamon X is going to end up evolving into the knight that would wield Duranda and Raiwaludra, right?
Yes.
So, the fun fact there is, if Ragdalordmon is a product of Daydream Evolution, and Alphamon Oryuken, by association of both Alphamon and Oryumon with Daydream Evolution, is also a product of Daydream Evolution. That would imply that Daydream Evolution is not only at least in part integral to the existence of the Legend Arms, but also that the Legend Arms were from the beginning meant to be wielded by the Royal Knights.
Oh.
Because you know what's canon to the Cross Wars story games?
What?
Dynasmon was the wielder of Spatamon.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, okay, so Dynasmon canonically was the wielder of Armamon, and is canonically the one who sealed away Spatamon's memories and put it into hiding.
Interesting.
It's theorized that Armamon's previous form was a Spatamon. However, it's not confirmed. We just kind of, like, have nowhere else to put it, and so we kind of assume that they're connected, because neither of them has any kind of actual evolution line. We do need a Legend Arms gun tracks, you're right.
We do. I really thought that SPmon was gonna be that.
I thought so too. It's
like, I
so
thought it was
weird
gonna
that he
turn into a
doesn't
cute
have a
little
weapon
gun.
form.
Nah. Because it's so strange for them to associate him with them, and then he kind of doesn't have that. Then again, like, we don't even have a perfect for him yet, so who knows what they could end up doing with him.
That's true. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab myself some water, because I gotta stay hydrated.
Hashtag
occupy the
hydration.
stream while I... and when I come back, I have some terrifying knowledge to drop.
Fun. Okay, everybody. Hi. Welcome to new episode of Monspiracy with your boy and your girl. Yeah. You guys see that new Ballmon X? It's pretty cool, right? I like him. I think he's pretty sick. The Legend Gun. So I think of that meme from Futurama where it's like, who needs courage when you have a gun? Oh, thanks. I just read your message, right? Thank you so much. I missed making content too, to be honest. I was just like, there's just a lot of personal stuff happening. I did actually upload yesterday, so if you guys haven't seen that, I did make a video yesterday. It came in just in time for Halloween. It's a video about Ghost Game, and what I think about it, and like 3 of my favorite moments so far that are like either weird or spooky. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. But yeah, we do need more Legend Arms Digimon. I agree with that, 100%.
We do need more Legend Arms Digimon, but also,
100%.
First off, Fandra, how dare you say that Gomamon X is meh? And second off, I'm going to defeat you with the power of love, friendship, and this gun I found. That's what it will be like when we get a Legend Arms gun.
Literally. Like, I want to see something like how funny would it be? Like, I don't know, any Digimon, like Angoramon holding a gun. Like, that just sounds hilarious. Like, that would be such a funny image.
Oh, like seeing Angoramon holding a sword, was it?
Yeah, exactly, like that.
Okay,
we just had that.
Legitimately, that episode was so good. And
that episode went so hard.
Someone wield Zubamon is on its own amazing. But the actual pairing of Simbare and Goramon and Zubamon's weapon form was just god tier.
Immaculate. They look good together.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I again sincerely hope that they do not come up with new megas for Ghost Game for Angoramon and just give Angoramon Duftmon. It's the perfect fucking mega.
It is.
Also, I'm never getting monetized. I already said the F-bomb, and it's not even 5 minutes into the stream.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I think it might have been 30. We might be...
We
might be safe.
17.
Damn it! So close. Damn it!
All right.
I was gonna say
I
something.
do mean
Oh, you know-
System on Noir.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was telling you about this earlier, and oh, nice, awesome. That's great to know. I might get money one day. So I mentioned this to you, and I mentioned this on stream yesterday. But there's new information about how Bandai US and Bandai Asia did the detectors. Courtesy of yours truly. I found some shit.
Oh, really?
Yes. So first off, for those of you unfamiliar, the detector is the dub name for the Season 4 Digivice, or D-Scanner in Japan. The non-Japanese toy came in multiple versions, but this is at the very least true for the version 1, and likely to some degree is for other versions as well. First thing is that the way it works is actually based on the Detector card game, which functions in a similar manner, but it's basically just a glorified game of rock, paper, scissors like usual. Oh yeah, as Gaming Nerd said, prepare your brain for takeoff.
Oh boy.
So, the way the detector works is every Digimon that exists in its roster, which is a decent chunk of its roster is weird, but every Digimon that appears in its roster is assigned an element. So, for example, Agumon is fire, Gabumon is ice, etc., etc. The way its evolution system works is you summon Digimon by entering their code to register them, then you assign them to a D-Dock, and then you would do hand motions over the light sensor in order to basically give it a code, and then that code would determine which D-Dock you summon from. I believe it was like a series of like three. It would like check. It would like the sensor would flash like 3 times, and then it would be like a binary. Like, did you swipe in slot A? Did you swipe in slot B? Did you swipe in slot C? Etc. Etc. But basically, the way you were supposed to have evolution work is you'd pick one Digimon of each combat stage, so Rookie, Champion, Perfect, Mega. Load them in ascending order into the D-Docks. And then you would take your... And then, when you went into the battle, if you hit Digivolve, your Digimon would evolve into the next stage, but they had to share an element. So, Wormmon is a wind-type Digimon in this. So, a totally viable evolution line on the detector for Wormmon, Ogremon, Cyberdramon, Beelzemon Blast Mode.
Huh.
Yeah. It was a lot more open than I was expecting an anime Digivice to be.
Yeah, it's extremely open. I didn't even know it had branching evolutions like that.
Yeah, no. And all of the information I found online said that Digimon could only evolve if they had an anime evolution line. But that's not even slightly true.
They were just kind of freeballing it.
Yeah. Especially with things like Beelzemon Blast Mode as a wind-type Digimon. Like, I would have expected it to be dark.
Yeah. So it's considered electric?
Wind.
No, wind. What? That's weird.
Yeah! Of all the elements you could assign Beelzemon to. Like, yes, it has wings, but, like, seriously? Okay. It makes me want to... I almost ended up incorporating Beelzemon instead of incorporating Ancient Beatmon into, like, into my BE team system. Because of that.
You're, like, beyond ready for the PvP app when it comes out. I am just, like... I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Like, see, you say that, but, like, the BE mons are gonna be so much stronger, and I'm only using one of them in my setup. I'm not even gonna be, like, I got the 25th anniversary, so I'm not getting the Digivice Double V. I'm not even gonna get the Imperial Dramon Paladin mode upgrade.
Meh.
But yeah, so that's the way evolution works on the detector. Here's the fun thing. On the detector, the way the game starts up is you boot it up, it tells you to pick one of the 5 characters from Frontier as basically your player avatar. Whichever one you pick, that determines which spirit you start out with and which one is essentially yours to register to, like, for your character to use. So, like, if you choose Takuya, you're gonna start out with a Gunimon, and when you get and if you try to use the other spirits, it's going to show a different animation where it switches to the kid in question, and then they do their and then it will do the spirit evolution instead of just doing the spirit evolution animation immediately. List of mons on the detector device. Look up. It's on the Digimon wiki, not Wikimon. But look up the detector card game, and then look at the card list. Because the card game and the Digivice itself were very much integrated with each other.
Oh yeah, because they had like the codes, right?
The codes on the cards are what you use to register a Digimon to the device. There are other ways to get a Digimon on the device, but that's basically how you got a Digimon onto the device. Yeah, and like, honestly, just look it up online, and then that's the way you can find the Digimon that you're looking for and whatnot. Just a word of warning. There are, I want to say, 3 waves of the cards. The 3rd wave is not compatible with the first version of the detector. So, like, I can't put Imperial Dramon Paladin mode on my detector because it's a 3rd wave card, and my detector's a version 1.
Which one were the version 2s again? Like, how did they look like in America?
Oh, that's the fun part. There's no consistency to any of them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. The only thing I can say for certain is that the one I have, which is Koji's colors with the silver border, is definitely version 1.
Okay.
But the fun part, the way it starts up is you choose your character, then it tells you to enter your name, and then once you've entered your name, it'll do a little startup animation where a starter Digimon, specifically... Oh, right! Half Draggy! Right, we're gonna talk about that later. But,
wait, what?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. So... But to finish off, after you put your name in, there's a little animation to start off the game where a Digimon, specifically the Digimon that's going to be your starter, is carrying your spirit and running away from an Ogremon. The Digimon that you get as your starter is dependent on the name that you put in. Some names have 2 Digimon, And the deciding factor on whether you get the first or second Digimon seems to, in some part, have a weird association with how much trouble you had inputting your name. You still there?
Yeah, that's interesting. I just trying to figure out, like, it's insane to me that, like, I mean, that's, officially, I think, Frontier is now 20 years old.
Yep.
So, this is a 20-year-old...
This Digivice is from 2002.
Yeah, wow, shit. So it's just kind of funny and crazy to me that, like, we somehow still are, like, finding things out about these devices.
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course we are. SCA went way harder than it had any right to.
It's true.
So, but yeah, that's a fun thing about Frontier. Another neat thing is that since each Digimon has an element, if you want to know which element from Frontier you would be associated with based on your name, just boot up a detector or ask someone who has one.
It's like one of those personality games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this morning, Dracomon, Dawn and Dusk.
Wait, what?
Grace Novamon is coming to the Vital Bracelet.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Dracomon and Dawn and yeah, you know, that's something I wanted to talk about earlier, but thankfully we can talk about it now, actually, here. How crazy is it that we're finally getting freaking Grace Novamon? Like, geez, took him long enough.
Yeah. Right. Also, to get back to what Fandra mentioned, so, you know how in Redigitized there's just a Tekken character that's just there?
Oh yeah, Lily, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Tekken, but here's what I do know. If you go to the arcade in Cyber Sleuth, you know what you can see?
Oh yeah, there's a Tekken cab.
Yeah. Which means that Tekken is canonically a video game in Cyber Sleuth, and in Redigitize is canonically a real non-fictional thing. That would imply that Redigitize is a video game in Cyber Sleuth.
So it pretty much just solidifies the fact that, like, she is now a digital being.
She always was a digital being. She came from a video game.
What the fuck?
Mirai is Monica confirmed.
Oh my god. Thankfully she's not fucking nuts.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna sit here and say that Alphamon's best fucking friend isn't fucking nuts?
She's not, like, you know,
her
she's not
entire
murderous.
deal is to stand around and act all cryptic.
Yeah, but that's just like, you know, that's just par for the course, you know?
And also work both protagonists like a fucking pack mule. And so, to figure out if Mirai truly is just Digimon's equivalent of Monica, I now have to ask you.
No, come on now. You know the answer to this question. Don't put me on the spot like this already.
Answer the question, Xana. We have to know.
Yeah, I love Mirai. She's great.
You heard it here first, folks. Mirai is the secret villain of the Olympus 12 story game.
Oh my god! I swear to God. I swear to God. I will throw the biggest fucking fit imaginable.
When that happens, I'm just gonna be sitting there like that picture of Elmo with fire in the background, just like, I foretold you so!
Oh my, words cannot describe how fucking angry I would be if they pull that shit.
Please, Bandai, Please make this a reality.
Please, no, God.
Alright.
Oh my God. After all
yeah.
this, after all these years.
This is a little bit retreading ground from yesterday, but I did want to, like, get your opinions on something neat with this. Alphamon. Sorry, 1 second. Alright, Alphamon. Xanda, I told you about about Daydream Evolution, right? You were there for that one. You were there for that one. Alright. Something I just want to point out about Alphamon is that if you think about it, compared to, like, all of the other Royal Knights, what's one unique thing about Alphamon other than its, like, position of being the anti-Royal Knight?
Like, special about him?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you already said natural carrier, right?
Outside of the X-Antibody stuff, and outside of its position as, like, the non-Royal Knight. Not Royal Knight. Like, the one that's, like, supposed to, like, keep them in check. Anything specifically unique about this one?
His multiple evolution paths?
That's not the one I was going for. Unfortunately, I apparently forgot to actually open the one I was looking for. So give me 1 second. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Here we are. I'm just going to scroll while it's loading, but has a weapon, has two weapons, fists are weapons, has a weapon, dragon weapons, has weapon, literally composed of weapon, has a weapon, composed of weapon, no weapon. Now, you might be thinking, what about Oryuken? Oryuken is another Digimon. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, he has that sword sometimes, that green sword.
He has the sword, right?
Yeah.
How does he get this sword?
I don't know. Isn't he like? He just pulls it out, doesn't he?
He summons it with magic. In addition to being the Galahad of the Royal Knights, the Siege Perilous, the Empty Seat, Alphamon is also Merlin.
Holy shit.
Now, in terms of actual role, I'd probably say that, like, Omegamon is more of a Merlin figure.
Now, wait, are we sure it's magic? Is it confirmed, or?
Do you know what Digitize of Soul is?
Someone Vandra just wrote, Digitize the Soul equals magic missile.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Okay, yes, but also no. Hold on. Omegamon is both, technically, Cypher. Dang it, hold on. Let me see here. Giant magic circle in the sky which it uses to summon a legendary monster from another dimension.
Oh? Holy shit. I didn't know that's how it worked.
They actually finally depicted it in a card, too.
Oh, you mean that weird, like, Dex Doromon thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fucking demon he summons?
Yeah.
I didn't know he summons a demon to kill someone. That's fucking nuts.
No, but, like, think about that for a second. Alphamon has the authority to open... Like, when Digimon says another dimension, that's another digital world.
Oh, you're right.
Alphamon's pulling shit from fucking Witch Elning.
Oh, shit. That's fucking broke.
Alphamon could quite literally, like, depending on how you interpret the meaning of Soul Digitalization's description, legendary monster. What if, like... What if medieval, like, what if, like, Alphamon can just, like, reach into... What if Alphamon just reached into the digital world network and pulled out, like... Let's see here. It's a good one. Name any Tamagotchi.
Coochie Pachi.
Yeah, just pulls them out of nowhere.
Wow. Just...
Alphamon just, like, casts Soul Digitalize... Like, Alphamon uses Soul Digitalization, and then all of a sudden, Sora from Kingdom Hearts appears.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That does count now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get mine. I bought both colors. I don't care.
What's another one? Oh, yeah, Alphamon can summon Ultraman.
Alphabet can summon Mothra?
Alphamon can summon Mothra. Alphamon can summon Godzilla. He starts a magic show, pulls Eevees out of his hat.
And for my next trick, it's just like some random Tamagotchi's like, oh my god! Help me! Where am I?
Yeah. Alright, so... Here's the fun part. Okay, if Alphamon could summon Unicron, that would be insane. But... there's no precedent for a Transformers and Tamagotchi crossover yet.
Yet.
There's just a quasi-functional link between Ultraman and Gridman. Which, again, Bandai, where is our Gridman be at?
For real. I'd settle for a Gridman, Tom and Nano at this point.
Yeah. Just give us the Gridman.
Please. Bandai, please.
Bandai, please. But yeah, it's just like Daydream Evolution creating.
Actually give this fucking thing a name, like whether it be like in Ghost Game or in something else. Like I wouldn't even be surprised at this point.
Daydream Evolution itself?
Yeah, like because you know there's no name for it. Like this is the name we made up. Or really you made up?
The name I made up comes from the fact that, according to Dorugoromon and Doryumon's profiles, they're born from the daydream of a Digicore. It's just that everything else with an interface also exhibits the ability to completely rewrite itself while it's functioning. As it sees fit.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up, like, fully making this into something, like actually canonizing it more and, like, giving it, like, a proper function. Like, doing it like what they've been doing with the past, profiles. Like, if they make a profile on this and they give it an actual name, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Because, like, we still don't really know how we're gonna get to Mega in Ghost Game yet. Like, that's still up there.
Yeah.
You know, it could have something to do with this.
Also, Dorugoromon is apparently able to beat base Omegamon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alphamon is really just like, he's like, it's like whoever made Alphamon, or really Doromon in his entire line, is like that one kid when they're like losing at a game and they're like, no, I can do this. You know what I mean?
No. That's Jessmon.
Yeah, you're right. Really, Jessmon is just like another kid that ended up playing with the same kid and was like, well, you can do that? Well, then I can do this. I can... Oh yeah, you can use this Digimon as a sword. Well, I can take this Digimon's whole ass
X antibody, and now I have 2 X antibodies, so I'm way stronger.
And now I'm stronger, and I beat you. And it's like, well, no.
No, but like, Jessmon's OS generics are fucking insane.
Insanity.
It's complete insanity. Oh yeah, so Dorugoromon is even more of an embodiment of the concept of dragon than Examon is, by virtue of the fact that Daydream Evolution's presumed mechanics behind Daydream Evolution is that the Digicore interface, which was designed as a means of essentially interacting with the Digimon's Digicore directly and manipulating it, they stopped adding those to Digimon because it was basically like, that's like being able to mess with your operating system while it's running. If you mess that up, it's gone. Right?
Yeah.
So the way Daydream Evolution works, theoretically, is that the Digicore interface and X antibody are actively manipulating. Like, the idea is almost like it's actively manipulating in real time to be the most optimized output of the data within the Digimon's Digicore. Dorugoromon's Digicore is all dragon data that is actively being expressed in real time to the point that you could say it is the most Dragonmon ever, because it is actively taking in more dragon data as we speak and expressing it.
Okay.
So if Daydream Evolution is the active, consistent updating and modification of the data within the Digicore to be accurate to the real-time current understanding of whatever it is, then that would mean that Daydream Evolution is what allows Alphamon and Oriumon to wield a Digimon as a weapon, which Oriumon forming the prototype for the Legend Arms Digimon implies the Legend Arms Digimon's weapon forms themselves are a byproduct of the Daydream Evolution system, which explains why Ragnalordmon is able to exist, because the fusion of the Digicores on a higher plane resulted in Daydream Evolution creating a third consciousness in order to function as the wielder, allowing them to assume their weapon forms and fight using solely their weapon forms indefinitely.
Oh my god. Because you know why you were saying that, in my head I'm like, oh shit, like doesn't it say that like both of them, like the form of Ragnarlordmon is like what they both essentially like yeah, like that's
wielded by?
Oh my fucking god. And you know, like this has like deep
and then look at Ragnarlordmon's body. It's literally composed of pieces of other Holy Knight Digimon. Imperial Digimon's chest, Gallantmon's visor, Alphamon's Digicore interface, Omegamon's horns.
Yo. That's like fucking nuts. And you know, like I was saying, like this has implications even like, you know, for like ever. Because like think about it, like, you know, evolution is pretty dubious. Like we still don't know exactly how it works, like in the anime and stuff like that. Like what, like how does a Digimon choose their form? Like they always say like, oh, it's you that has made me become the, like I was able to evolve because of you. Like we don't know if like the kid can be like, we don't know how the kid is a catalyst to that. We don't know like if
so there is some stuff on that. At the very least for the virtual pets, what causes a Digimon to evolve is when it basically when it reaches a certain threshold. On the virtual pets, that's usually a time limiter. But in theory, it could just be consuming a certain amount of data. And Digimon's evolution is supposed to be based on the data that it intakes. So if you drop a Digimon into a marine research computer, for example, that's like looking into Paleozoic oceans.
Yeah.
That's how you get something like Anomalakarimon. It's supposed to be that the data within a Digimon's Digicore is expressed, is kind of on display through the wireframe and texture reflecting it. So if there's a lot of data on dragons inside of a Digimon's Digicore, then it will have a more draconic appearance. Yeah, it's down to the data they download, kinda.
Yeah.
And so, the terrifying thing about Daydream Evolution is that it's basically evolution on steroids on steroids.
And it's practically like free too, because like you don't need any like, there doesn't need to be any influence of like the environment in and of itself.
No, it's like, it's essentially like, what if instead of having the Digimon derive data from its environment, we give the Digimon a port and directly hook it up to a constant stream of incoming information about a specific topic that it's already connected to. Yeah, exactly. Exactly tracks. But like, Daydream Evolution, like you know how Chaosmon is an error that's constantly trying to be deleted by the system?
Yes. The poor damn
Daydream
thing.
Evolution is literally Chaosmon's bullshit, but being fast enough to keep the system from deleting you.
Yeah.
Live streamed data injected directly into the core.
Not crazy. Like,
this shit is insane.
and I'm telling you, I just feel like I feel like a lot of times we will talk about something on this show and like it's like something in some capacity it'll be reflected in like something in some capacity.
Yeah.
I really feel like all this stuff that because like the reason like what brought us here to Daydream Evolution, what brought you to like talk about this in the first place was the fact that like there were a lot of it was the Frontier, not the Frontier Dim. It was the Legend Arms Dim.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what brought us here, and like we still don't know why they introduced like Reunite and why we have a Legend Arms Dim in the first place. Like there's no real answer to that yet. So I just feel like it's possible that Ghost Game could go in this weird route where like they're gonna try to make sense of this kind of like evolution or this kind of like species of Digimon.
Perhaps.
Like I just feel it.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, look at the like we talked about the crack team like ad nauseum, and that's
and we get a new crack team Digimon.
Yeah, like, and we out of nowhere, oh hey, here's a brand new crack team Digimon. Like, huh? Like, that's insanity. Like, we didn't even think about that. We were just like, oh well, you know, we just got the new
Digimon in the year 2022.
Yeah, and he's like brand new. It's not like, oh, this is a variant or like a new recolor. Like, no, this is a brand new crack team member. It's insanity. Like, it's just like crazy. Like, we keep getting to this point, you know, or even like we totally called that we were gonna get the double V. That was like episode 1, you know, like we were like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna get like a new one, and then here we go, like the double V.
Just like what? Oh, that's another thing. Oh, that's another thing that we talked about yesterday that I didn't get the chance to tell you about. Hold on. Hold on. Open this up. Open this up here. Wikipedia. Switch to English real quick. I just remembered, I actually have the Royal Knights one open, so I can just do it from here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do that, but do you know what that implies?
What? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get my reading glasses. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Okay, so special move includes Dragon's Roar. Oh wow! Did they really just name drop the 10 legendary warriors?
Dynasmon literally debuted in Frontier as...
Oh, he did. I keep forgetting that Frontier came out way earlier than I think.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. If Dynasmon has access to the elements of all 10 of the legendary warriors...
Which is busted. Like, hello, what is
which
that?
is busted. You know who else?
Wait, who else has that? Susanamon?
Yeah, Susanamon. It's literally the fusion of all 10.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And it's pretending that it doesn't exist.
That's interesting. Huh. Very interesting. Well, you know, like they say, apparently the very existence of Susanamon just breaks everything. They have to reset the whole.
No, like it. So Susanamon is the fusion of all 10. It literally... See, it tracks.
Already tracks.
But yeah, just like... Just listen to this shit. It is said to appear when network systems experience abnormalities, rendering the existing system unto nothingness and building a new one in its place. What we are talking about here is quite literally I can't even say it out loud. This shit. This shit.
This is some shit.
This is some shit. Because the implication here is that just like the Royal Knights, this is a tool that Yggdrasil has access to. If Dynasmon, as an entity, always has access to the abilities of the Warrior 10, then that would imply that not only are the angels... That would imply that the angels are working for Yggdrasil. Colonel and Yggdrasil are, in the very least, have their motives align if they're not the same person. And Suzanomon is literally the means by which a reboot to the system is administered.
Now,
what precedent do we have for this? Suzanomon showing up, and then promptly the entire system gets overhauled, resulting in Digimon becoming immensely stronger than they were before. The Pendulum X and the Vital Bracelet BE. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have destroyed Xana's brain.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm fucking quiet.
Also, just fun fact about the Frontier Dames. Do you know what the most powerful Digimon in the game right now is?
What?
Lucemon Falldown mode.
Oh.
A perfect level.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of get it, because like, he is strong, but like, it's kind of weird. Like, how if we do end up getting like fall down, no, not fall down mode. If we do end up getting like Satan mode, like how much stronger will that one be? If fall down mode by himself is already as strong as he is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm glad you said that.
Oh boy.
Because you just gave me a segue.
Oh boy, here we go.
So, Lucemon, Satan mode. Something fun about Lucemon Satan mode. It has the crowns of all 7 Demon Lords.
Yes.
What are those crowns, though? Have you ever thought about that?
No, actually.
See, they remind me, I think they're supposed to be based on the seals from Goetia, like the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Okay.
72 demon gods, that kind of thing. But,
yeah.
What's interesting about them to me is that these the interesting thing about this to me is that in the same way that so like the crowns have been used in the past as evolution items to achieve evolution into one of the demon lords, right?
Okay.
That makes me feel like the crowns themselves kind of occupy the same sort of space as the spirits.
Oh, okay.
So, like, obviously there's, like, parallels between Susanomon and Satan Mode, because they were literally the respective big boys of their season.
Yeah.
But, like, the interesting thing that is making me think is, like, what kind of, like, magical bullshit, like, actually goes into the Demon Lord side of things? Because, like, first off, we know for a fact that for example, the Royal Knights have access to bullshit because they're the guardian deities of the network. They are literally administrators designed to go out and eliminate threats to the network.
Yeah.
We know that the Angel Digimon associated with Colonel have access to admin privileges, basically. Lucemon is supposed to be the prototype angel. It was given the same capabilities as Yggdrasil or Colonel itself, disagreed with Digimon having a combat instinct, and led a rebellion. It lost that rebellion to the Warrior 10, and was cast into Cocytus. I think that's what it was. That's what it was called, right?
Cocytus? Yeah, the dark
Yeah.
dark realm.
The dark area.
Yeah.
The shared trash can.
Well, no, I mean, that's the trash hole.
Well, no, the trash hole is Yggdrasil's recycling bin. The shared recycling bin where we lock up all the Digimon is Cocytus.
So there's the normal one and the administrator recycle bin.
Well, no. See, there's the normal recycling bin, which is where... so there's the normal recycling bin. Hello, Arrowick. Yes, we have seen the newbie dims.
Absolutely.
So, there's the normal recycling bin, which is the dark area, which is just where we throw Digimon that are bad. Then there's Cocytus, which is the shared recycling bin that we throw Digimon that are really, really bad, and we don't want them to have the ability to go anywhere else on the network, because they're just that bad. And then there's the trash hole, which is when Lucemon went into the digital world and decided to tear it a new recycling bin to throw Fanglongmon into.
Oh, that's... Lucemon did that?
Lucemon did that.
Oh, I thought Yggdrasil did that.
No. Yggdrasil created Lucemon to do that.
Holy crap!
That's why my theory is that the four holy beasts were Digimon that were, like, tamed by... Those were Digimon that were created by hackers. That they were the administrative system for the digital world prior to Yggdrasil taking full control. And it was Lucemon putting Fanglongmon into the trash hole that signified humans losing control of the digital world and Yggdrasil becoming the top dog. Xana, are you okay? Are you okay, Xana?
No, it's just nuts, man.
Okay, so, like, From there, then we have Lucemon's Rebellion, and Lucemon gets cast into Cocytus. Down the line, other Demon Lord Digimon are also thrown into Cocytus. Satan Mode has the crowns of all 7 Demon Lords. But what if, since Satan Mode presumably could have come into existence during the initial war, what if Satan Mode is the origin of all 7 crowns? And then the origin of all 7 crowns, Lucemon divides up the abilities it still has, the privileges it still has access to despite being banished to Cocytus, amongst the 7 Demon Lords. Because something that happens surprisingly often is the Demon Lord's motives are portrayed in a sympathetic light. Lucemon just wanted to be a Tamagotchi. Beelzemon literally cannot freaking escape its character arc from Tamers. Bandai will not let it be a bad guy anymore. Barbamon, as the villain of Next, quite literally was seeking revenge on Human for the mistreatment of their virtual pets.
Oh, yeah.
Leviamon does not... Leviamon and Belphamon basically have no interest in being Digimon of any being in any manner. They have no cognitive interest in doing anything. They're not evil, but they're just beasts. They just have beast Digimon level consciousness. Not that beast Digimon can't have consciousness, but those Digimon that are kind of berserker animalistic. They don't have a higher stage of consciousness once. Lilithmon and Daemon are quite literally the only ones I can think of that are ever particularly portrayed in a negative light, and even then, Demon's the only one I've never seen redeemed.
Yeah, he's the only one that's consistently just I'm bad. I just want to do bad shit.
That has me thinking, what is the fact that most of that Demon Digimon usually are a kind of fallen angel in some capacity, like Cypher said. There is a massive implication here that basically what we're dealing with is... You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. Lucemon is the host computer of Cocytus.
Oh, okay.
So
Cocytus... Oh, you're right, because Cocytus is shared by every single network. It's not...
It's a shared unit between, at the very least, Yggdrasil, Homeros, and whatever the hell Witch Only's on.
Yeah. I don't think you're far off base with this at all, because even if you, we all know who Lucemon is based off of, even if you have, very basic knowledge of, religion. That kind of goes with the religious implications, where, he was banished from I wouldn't say the main server, but he was banished from a server. He was sent to this one, and now he is the ruler of it. I can definitely see that. And, the thing that really backs that up is his entire role in the entire X Saga. like well, I don't know what to call it, X, what do we call the new X saga, like the new one?
Oh no, it's just considered the second half of the year's original.
Yeah, but we need like a catchy name though. It's gotta have a cool name. And we can't do X squared because that's when, whenever they come back again.
Well, it technically destroys the two worlds and recombines them into a new one. So let's just call it the Ragnarok.
There you go, X Ragnarok. In that era, Lucemon's big plan was that he wanted the old digital world to just be for like the evil Digimon, and like them to take over, and him to have like his own proper digital world. And
there's an actual conversation between Jessamon and Lucemon, where Lucemon's literally like, "We're not so different, you and I." And
oh my god!
Jessamon's like, "Don't give me that don't give me that Saturday morning villain bullshit." And Lucemon's like, "No, really, like, think about it. Like, let's stop. Let's take a moment. Let's actually discuss this. I want peace. You want peace. The only person here who doesn't want peace is the god you're serving."
True.
And Jessamon like sits there for a minute, and he's just like, "All right, you know what? I see your point. Your offer is very tempting. However, you are going about this all wrong, and the removal of violence is not the way to ensure peace. That's like Megatron shit, peace through tyranny. So I'm gonna keep fighting you." And
yeah.
Jessamon Lucemon's just like, "Alright then. I have a backup plan." But like, the way that like Ogudamon X is summoned by the sacrificing of all 7 Demon Lords.
Yeah.
They are like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like fusion summon sacrificed.
Yeah, because like, if I'm not mistaken, like last time I was looking into the X story was Lucemon like behind, like Lucemon had this idea like the whole time. The other Demon Lords like they didn't know the actual like what he was actually trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he makes a bunch of what was it? It was, what the hell was his name? Diaboromon. He makes a bunch of Diaboromon X and purposefully like sets up the Demon Lords to get killed one by one. And when they return to Digitama, instead of going back into a Digitama, he inserted them into Diaboromon X. And then he ended up dying himself, which was, again, of course, in true villain fashion, all part of his plan. And then they become Ogudamon X.
I feel like this is a fantastic time to interject with like
to mention what?
With Lucemon X's design is Dio.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It's literally just Dio from Eyes of Heaven.
Yeah. So, Diomon, for lack of a better term, comes up with this masterful ass fucking play, on par with Joseph fucking Joestar himself, in which sets up a bunch of Diaboromon X's. Each Demon Lord gets killed off one by one, inserts their Digitamas into the Diaboromon X's, including himself. All of them fuse together into Ogudamon X. And Ogudamon X is a power which rivals Yggdrasil and cannot be destroyed by a Digimon. That is to say that Lucemon, in pursuit of creating a digital world in which violence does not exist, divides up its capabilities as Satan mode amongst the other 6 Demon Lords, to the point where it ensures that for itself it is permanently trapped in an incredibly powerful but perfect level state. Then, biding its time, it eventually manages to make use of the X program, obtain X antibodies for all 7 Demon Lords, and bring them to a further state. They then combat the Royal Knights in order to try and claim the world the old digital world for themselves, all in a gambit by Lucemon to reobtain the godlike power it initially possessed in order to finally create that peaceful world.
Agudamon X is literally Exodia.
No, like, it's not even, like, that's the terrifying thing. Like, we're sitting here talking about this, like, masterful freaking play by Lucemon. But it isn't even really that bad?
You know, I like while you're explaining that, I was really thinking, like, you know, like why
it's not
would it
even
have
a
been...
case of, like, a villain that has, like, seemingly okay motives but goes too far with it? What did Lucemon actually do?
He was born, apparently.
Like, so, like, the thing you need to remember about Digimon is, like, we have Angel Digimon and Demon Digimon. But like, something that they never did with the Angel Digimon that always confused me, because, like, if you think about it, they've done this with the Royal Knights literally every time they appear, pretty much, but they've never done it with the Angel Digimon. Yggdrasil, most of the time, is depicted as being in the wrong. Digimon's god is usually depicted as being in the wrong.
Yeah.
So, if the Angel Digimon are serving Yggdrasil, that means that the Angel Digimon would very likely also be in the wrong. If the Angel Digimon are in the wrong, what does that say about the Demon Digimon, who are only Demon Digimon because they were cast out of heaven for questioning God?
See, now we're getting real philosophical.
Yeah.
But it's true, because, like, you know, like, looking back at it now, it's like, you know, it's actually kind of fucked, because Yggdrasil obviously didn't want anything to do with the old digital world. He left it to literally rot. I mean, we didn't even know that that was the case until the new X series came out, and it was like, oh,
we assumed that the old digital world was destroyed.
Yeah, we were just like, oh, it literally still exists. There's Digimon that still live there, and this, like, barren wasteland, and are just trying to make the most of it. Why all of a sudden does he give a shit?
Instead of Mad Max, it's Mon Max.
Literally. So it's like, why does he give a shit? Like, why would he even bother to get the Royal Knights on this? Just because he hates Lucemon that much? He's like, no, fuck you in particular. You're not allowed to have things.
Okay, but, like, see, here's the thing. Agudamon X would therefore, based on everything we know about Lucemon's plans, Lucemon's consciousness would probably be in control of Agudamon X, if not all 7 as some kind of governing council. Which has now been reverted to a Digitama in order to be raised by Jesmon, the most pure-hearted of all of the Royal Knights, to possibly become the knight that would wield Ragnalordmon and Durandamon. To which I now must state, we had theorized that the crisis of the Digital Monster X was what caused the resonance of Ragnalordmon. Right here. Right freaking here.
Yeah.
An event brought on by the awakening of an evil being lurking deep within the dark area. If in the context of Digimon, evil only means stands against Yggdrasil, what if this entire story is some kind of prodigal Digimon story, in which Jesmon and the reborn form of Agudamon X are going to be the heroes of an upcoming Digimon virtual pet story, which essentially takes on the task of essentially pulling a freaking Getter Robo arc and taking this giant godly being, which has no proper understanding of morality, punching its face in and teaching it to be a good person.
I mean, it worked for Jesmon.
It worked for Jesmon. Like, literally, Lucemon may have pulled this entire plan and then finally revealed its true intentions to Jesmon.
Are you saying even this part?
Not to actually convince Jesmon to join him, but to convince Jesmon to allow him to return to Yggdrasil's ranks in order to then have 2 Digimon on the Royal Knights that can aid Alphamon in steering them all towards a more peaceful, while still allowing for the Digimon's combat instinct to express it in a more peaceful way. Because Jesmon had this idea where the old digital world would be governed by the winner of a tournament.
Yeah, true.
Combat instinct allowed to be manifested and accepted without actual violence.
Damn, so what you're saying is, in a long, like, roundabout way, Lucemon won, regardless. Like,
Lucemon won!
Holy shit. Because, like, you know, I was thinking about that. I was like, wait a second. Canonically, at least in, like, the VPET, like, this, I don't know, because, you know, there's no real VPET lore right now, technically. I mean, I would assume Dreamers is the Vital Brace.
I think we can assume that we haven't seen anything with X stuff yet. I think it would be fair to say that Dreamers is probably the most VPET-related stuff that we're getting right now.
Yeah. So
the Vital Brace in that is an actual Digimon virtual pet.
Yeah, it's not the Digivice or anything. It's just like a virtual pet. So like, I would say like that's our Vital Brace lore, and that's still like unfolding in front of us. God knows how long. Because I mean, like V-Tamer lasted like what, 5 years, 6 years.
V-Tamer ran through the entirety. V-Tamer has crossover chapters with all 4 of the original anime seasons.
Yeah, so it lasted the entire original run of Digimon. So
yeah,
who knows how long Dreamers will last?
In fact, when Data Squad was when Sabers was first announced, people thought it was going to be an anime adaptation of the manga that had currently been running, using the ICs as their Digivice, Digimon Next, because Digimon Next was quite literally the next Digimon manga after V-Tamer.
Man, I wonder how long it took them to figure that name out.
Yeah.
Also, Next is so good. We should do it.
Wait, no. I lied a little bit. Between V-Tamer and Next was Chronicle. Can't forget about Chronicle.
Oh yes, of course, Chronicle.
Yeah. I wonder if there's actual canon between V-Tamer, Chronicle Next, and Chronicle X. Because we know Chronicle and Chronicle X are canonically connected to each other, and they form the basis of the VPET lore in terms of actual narrative, by virtue of the fact that Chronicle X is literally the X's story, and therefore everything that Chronicle has to do with has to be canon to the virtual pets.
Well, yeah, also considering the fact that the main 2 from Chronicle showed up at the end of Chronicle X to help out, just randomly.
Which also means that the digital, to have a bit of a more hopeful spin on things, it could be that the reason that the Z and the Vital Bracelet themselves have had no kind of ongoing narrative crisis is actually due to the fact that in the wake of the X saga, everything's just kind of chill now.
That's true, yeah, because
the entire premise of the Z was hey, things have calmed down. Let's see if there's some new Digimon species to research. True. And we're now in an era where on a random-ass motherfucking Monday, we can just be minding our own business, and Bandai's just hey, we got a new Digimon for ya.
True, yeah. Which just, again, goes kind of back to another older episode of Monspiracy where, you know, we're essentially living the current VPET lore, where like it seems that as if they're trying to they're like the VPETs are another recruitment tool. Actually, no, fuck. To reference 2 different episodes of Monspiracy. One, they're recruiting more people on how to use Digimon and testing it out, which also leans into the episode we had about Ravel's blog, which confirmed that, because the initial story of Digimon was exactly that the Digimon VPETs were the hacker team testing things out with a larger kind of sample base. Damn.
We have quite literally come full circle to the point. Oh my god. Lucemon, you crazy son of a bitch, you did it. Lucemon, you crazy son of a bitch, you did it. Do you know what he did? Yggdrasil overthrew the 4 holy beasts in order to take control of the digital world away from humanity and govern it for itself. Lucemon was the instrument by which he pulled that off. But human influence was what was keeping the violence in the digital world at a level which was just fun and games.
Damn.
This entire time, Lucemon was doing all of this in order to reinstate the consistent partnership between Digimon and humans that was present in the initial setup of the digital world.
Damn, I just realized that.
And what did we finally get on the Pendulum Z's? The 4 holy beasts.
They came back!
Digimon!
Oh shit! You're right! You're right! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Forget
You're
calling
right.
it X Ragnarok. This is the entirety of all of this, going all the way back to Frontier's War.
This
is
is
just
crazy.
the saga of Lucemon.
This entire time. No, like, seriously, like, this whole time.
Everything has led to this moment.
Yo, Lucemon is, like, the actual main character of Digimon. Like, no bullshit. Like, that's fucking, you're right, because, like, because that's the old digital world. He usurped the humans, like, control over the old digital world. And then, which kind of, you think about it, makes sense why he would want it in the first place as well, because he literally
is the one who broke it.
He's the one who literally, like, usurped them. He's like, it should be mine anyway. Luke, Yggdrasil wants nothing to do with it. He has his own. I should take this. I literally was the one that cleaned it up in the fucking first place.
No, not even cleaned it up. He thought he was in the wrong for removing them, because when they were in charge, all the fighting between Digimon was limited to tamers having fun.
Damn.
And then because of his orders from Yggdrasil, it became a fucking jungle. It became like Law of the Wild, survival of the fittest, Digimon killing each other. Because there were no humans to mitigate that. It was a wake up one day, you're a perfect level, minding your damn business, all of a sudden some mega comes in, slaps you back into a Digitama, and you don't even have the chance to defend yourself.
And even, like, in the X era, when, like, the X antibodies started to become a thing, Digimon started fighting each other again because
Digimon's combat instinct got worse in the X era. Because they had to actually kill each other in order to get the X antibodies they needed to live.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Like the bloodlust, and also like certain Digimon were
literally, if I boot up my Excel right now, I will get care calls. The Excel will start calling me for care. Be fully 100% have full hunger, full strength. It wants to fight.
Yeah. It just wants to fight. That's it. And even like the X's do the same thing in the D-Cyber. Like they just want to fight. Like they're completely healthy. They want to fight something. And like you have like in the movie, you know, like Leomon was trying to kill Dorumon because like he thought he was like sick or something. Other people wanted to kill Dorumon because they wanted to get his X antibody. Like Digimon were just going fucking insane in this era. God, this is some real, you know, for no script, we really fucking knocked it out of the park today.
We should do it this way more often, huh?
I guess so.
Holy shit.
I'm still fucked up about the whole thing with Lucemon. Like that's honestly like insane.
Okay, so like my friend and I, we went halves on the Frontier Dims.
Okay.
So, I'm getting, thunder, wind, and fire. She's getting ice, light, and darkness.
Okay.
I already mailed hers out to her. But over Thanksgiving break, when I'm back near home, I'm gonna have to meet up with her and make a copy of the Darkness Dim because I cannot not have Lucemon.
Yeah. Especially now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Actually, you know what? Let me check. Which version of the X2 is he on?
I think it's the red. Like Japanese red.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I was thinking about it when you mentioned it, because, like, you're right, like, all of the Demon Lords, like, right now, as far as, like, the digital world is concerned, like, the OG VPET lore, the Demon Lords don't exist anymore. Like, they're gone. They've been defeated, because they all fused into Agudamon, and now they're, a Caramon X egg.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they've all been, like, they're all gone. Which also explains why there's nothing going on, because they were, like, the main shitsters for, like, years in the digital world. They were the ones causing all the mayhem and havoc for, like, over pretty much almost the entire span of 20 years. Like, any big thing that's happened was mostly them. If it wasn't Yggdrasil, it was them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, again, that explains why the Z it's so peaceful, because, like, they were the main purveyors of, like, evil. Now they're gone, so of course we're having this big, like,
Their
moment.
evil wasn't even evil. Think about it.
True, yeah.
One of the main things that they did was the Tempest program. What did the Tempest program even do, really? All it did was rile up the four holy beasts. Hell, that was probably just an attempt to get them back in, like, fighting mood to try and take back the system.
Damn, man. Is
Also-
Beelzemon back, though? I don't think he is. I think, like...
Literally every single appearance of Beelzemon, not including the other Demon Lords, has been a case of, like, he's a hero. Think about it. Cross Wars, he's a good guy, unequivocally good guy. He does a little heel face turn a little bit, but it was like, he was like always on the side of good, so obvious. Tamers is obviously the codifying one. When he shows up in Cyber Sleuth, he's literally just like, I don't like it when strong Digimon bully weak Digimon.
Oh. And I mean, like, if you really think about it, like, I mean, his whole thing was his symbol and everything. It's gluttony. So, like, it's not necessarily like his gluttony comes from, like, his lust for power.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's really, like, what made him a bad guy in the first place. Like, he wanted to be
strong, but he had this kind of, like, Dinobot code of honor, where he was like, I want to be strong because of the hardships that I've faced. And when I see someone facing those same hardships, it makes me mad and I want to stop it. Holy shit! Now this is a fucking Monspiracy!
Yeah, this is... we've been digging at this shit for fucking months, for like almost the entire year. Oh!
The fuck do you mean it's only been an hour and a half?
Azu.
What?
I just realized something.
What did you realize?
I just realized something. Who shows up in the opening of Digimon Ghost Game?
Motherfucker. Oh my god.
Because he hasn't shown up yet, at all. Like, in any capacity. He's only in the opening, and so far, everybody in the opening has showed up at some point. We still haven't seen Lucemon in any capacity. But he's in that opening, and he's been in the opening the entire time. Some shit is about to drop. Some shit's about to happen.
Okay. Okay, you know what? You know what we're gonna have to do? You know what we're gonna actually have to fucking do? We're gonna have to, like, get Karn to do a custom art video of the redeemed version of the 7 Great Demon Lords, because Lucemon has fucking earned it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, have you heard the triumph of Lucemon the Great?
Lucemon the Great?
The Darth Plagueis the Wise of the Digimon community.
Like, literally.
His story must be told.
Crazy.
This is beautiful. I love this so much. Oh my god, you know what I just realized?
What?
I can buy I don't know what happened to my old board for it, but if I buy a new version, if I buy a new Cross Mini Black, I can have Lucemon Satan mode on that.
Oh, you're right.
And then I can play World with Lucemon Satan mode.
Ooh, yeah.
Because that's on World now. Half Dragon, no!
Wait, why?
What if Gamon is Okutamon X?
Oh, shit!
What if Gulus is the power of... Holy shit!
I mean...
There's no way! There is no way they could take the V-Pet lore and put it into the anime, right?
I mean, crazier shit has happened.
Crazier shit has happened. What am I saying, Santa? This is the season of the anime, headed by fucking V-Tamer! This is going to end with the reincarnation of the 7 Great Demon Lords becoming the only weapon that Yggdrasil has to stand against, like... What was I gonna say? Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Fuck, I had, like, a plan of, like, who the bad guys were, but I forgot. But, like, just imagine everything with Gulus Gamamon. Especially Gulus Gamamon being that kind of anti-hero who has that kind of power, but, like, and that kind of power, that kind of ferocity and ruthlessness, but still being, like, a good guy? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Imagine the Gulus Mega being the reincarnation of the 7 Great Demon Lords, facing off against a reborn Arcadimon.
Man, I mean, didn't we just get Arcadimon, like, shown in something officially recently?
I do remember that happening. I forget what it was.
Because, like, I really would love to see them do something with Arcadimon.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a cool idea. And, like, there was so much that the writer wanted to do with him in the manga, but wasn't able to. That like they
Because
could
of time constraints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there are so many Digimon that are canonically composed, like that are canonically hacker style composed by what's the word I'm looking for? That were like hacker style recombined, like the same way the cyborg Digimon were supposed to be, but using Archidiomon's data. Like the one that we keep using as the Bearmon Mega.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget its name, but like the one that like everyone agrees is the Mega for Bearmon.
I can't remember his name either.
Ooh, Cypher, that's a good suggestion. Oh yeah, Kalusmon. Kalusmon, that's the one I was thinking of. It's just like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Some shit, man.
That's some shit. We're not even at the 2-hour mark.
My brain hurts. My brain definitely hurts.
I don't
Like,
blame you.
Like this has definitely been like some craziness.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like wow, like I cannot believe. I just can't believe we like completely like just cracked that just randomly, just stream of consciousness. We were just like, wait a second, it all makes sense now.
There is a part of me that feels like we should end it here. Just so that this is a shorter video for people to watch. Because the
Just 'cause we
story
dropped
needs
so
to be
much.
told.
Absolutely, people need to know the truth.
We need, like, this needs to be, like, we can't just let this be forgotten. This boy. This is the boy.
Poor man. He didn't deserve any of it. And he is already... He's gonna come back. He's coming
He's
back.
coming back as a royal knight. In the era where royal knights, via Jesmon, as the focus, have gone back to being the good guys?
Crazy.
After bringing about exactly what he sought to correct from all those years ago. This is a plan. Hold on. Hold on. Dan, do you want to know how long this has been going on? This plan? This saga?
The Lucemon saga?
At least approximately 7,300 years in the digital world.
Damn.
There's a little piece of lore about how when a Demon Lord Digimon kills a Digimon, rather than that Digimon returning to Digitama, that it incorporates into the Demon Lord, which allows them to maintain themselves, like Tamer style.
Yeah.
No wonder that's part of the way that they operate. Lucemon was plotting this for freaking 20 human years. Can't risk it going awry because one of you died.
I am still like...
If anyone in the Digimon community would like to make, like, their own, like, fan anime or some shit, please adapt the Lucemon saga. It would be the greatest, like, it would be one of the greatest, like, mind games protagonists ever. Oh my god, Half Draggy, you're right! That's the reason Ryudamon's here! Gamon is the new 13th Royal Knight!
Oh!
He's got the Legend Arms connection!
He does.
That probably means that the Espamon really is gonna end up being a Legend Arms!
I hope. Make that man a
Espamon's
gun.
gonna be a new Legend Arms that has connections to the Crack Team, meaning that Lucemon, like Gabumon as Lucemon, is going to be the means by which all comes back together.
Man.
Holy shit. Alright. I think we need to end it here. We can't risk dragging this out and having people not watch it.
Lucemon did nothing wrong.
I'm gonna go back and change the name of the live stream to Lucemon Did Nothing Wrong?
The true story of Lucemon.
Yeah. Alright.
You know, it's hilarious.
Everyone, we are calling it 10 minutes before 2 hours. This story must be told. Once the VOD is up, send it to all of your friends. Do not let Lucemon's story be lost to time.
Don't let the flame die out.
We need to make sure that everyone in the Digimon community knows of Lucemon's triumph. Holy shit. Alright. We're calling it here. We're calling it here, damn it. His story must be told! Thank you everyone for coming. Later.
Wow.